Woohoo! Good morning. I'm Edie Crane, and it is my delight and joy to bring you into our sacred cyberspace of Unity of Gaithersburg. Let's give our band another hand. Wow! Thank you for that liftoff. We are lifted off this morning. Thank you so much. Wow. And once again, we are Unity of Gaithersburg, a uplifting and joy-filled spiritual community. And this is our sacred time, Sunday morning, where we get to come together heart to heart, for we know there is no separation. Heart to heart, we can just imagine ourselves connected by that energy of gratitude and love. And with that, let's affirm our vision and mission together. Being love, joy, and harmony, we expand the consciousness of oneness. We are a heart-centered, evolving, and expansive spiritual community dedicated to expressing our divinity and honoring all through spiritual practice, education, and service. And our core values are community, love in action, prayer, gratitude, abundance, and integrity. So let's just take those in. That is who we are and what we are about here in this wonderful community. And if you are joining us for the first time, welcome. Welcome into our sacred corner of the world, our sacred cyberspace. If you have any questions about how things work here, we have a wonderful website that's got lots of information. And you can also send us an email at admin@unityofgaithersburg.org, and I'll be glad to answer any questions that you have. And next week, you guys, the big reopening! Woohoo! You guys are signing up. It's wonderful. We still have spots available. So take time today and go to the newsletter. The link to sign up for next week is in your newsletter. So go ahead and check it out and sign up. We've already got several people signed up. We are so excited to open our doors once again to our wonderful, wonderful attendees. And our Sunday morning staff is incredible. Week after week, we have a wonderful little skeleton crew of folks who are making all of this happen for you, and we're so grateful to them. We have Andy today. We have Andy on sound, and Kevin is on our slides, and of course Keith, our AV manager, is managing all of the stuff behind the scenes, including the camera. We have Jeff and John Paul, woohoo, our musicians today. Michael, our wonderful facilities custodian who keeps things going behind the scenes. Sharon is our platform assistant today. And of course, our own Rep Steve, woohoo! So let's give everybody a virtual hand for our crew. And I'm going to turn you back to the band for our opening song, woohoo!
Well, if you want to sing out, sing out. And if you want to be free, be free. 'Cause there's a million things to be, you know that you are. If you want to live high, live high. And if you want to live low, live low. 'Cause there's a million ways to go, you know that you are. You can do what you want, the opportunity's on. If you find a new way, you can do it today. You can make it all true, and you can make it undo. You see, it's easy. You only need to know. Well, if you want to say yes, say yes. And if you want to say no, say no. 'Cause there's a million ways to go, you know that you are. And if you want to be me, And if you want to be you, be you. 'Cause there's a million things to do. You know that you are. You can do what you want. The opportunity's on. And if you find a new way, you can do it today. You can make it all true. You can make it undo. You see, it's easy. You only need to know. Well, if you wanna sing out, sing out. And if you wanna be free, be free. 'Cause there's a million things to be. You know that you are, you know that you are, you know that you are, you know that you are.
Well, we're ready. We're ready. Thank you, band. Awesome. So good to have that music. Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Unity of Gaithersburg. You know, your soul is welcome here. And when you are with us, whether you're with us in spirit, and whether you joined us with YouTube, or whether you come here next week live in person, you are welcome, and your soul is always with us, and we are always with you. We have some spiritual nuggets we want to teach you. You're going to see on your screen in a moment the spiritual nugget for this week. And the spiritual nugget is giving you a little bit of information about why we are here. Why is Unity of Gaithersburg existing right now in your life and on this planet? And here's what we would say about that. We are a loving and supportive community for understanding our oneness with Spirit, with God, with you, with all that is, all creation. We help people discover and live their spiritual purpose and their potential. We are a positive path for spiritual living. And for those of you that are new to Unity of Gaithersburg, or perhaps brand new today, we welcome you, and we have a lot of information, and we support you on your spiritual path. And so it's really important that you know that we're here to support you. And so now we have... Sharon. We have a platform assistant that is here with us this morning, and she's coming up, getting her microphone turned on, and she is about to bless your little socks right off.
Thank you, Steve. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Sharon.
So, as Edie so enthusiastically announced, we are opening next week. We will have limited in-person seating and service, and of course we'll still be on YouTube. Your board has created an absolutely beautiful heart agreement, which is part of your registration for next week or any week that you want to come here. And hopefully that will answer your questions, put your concerns at ease. If not, of course, Edie and Rev Steve are always here to answer any other questions you have. But I really hope to see all of you, as many as we can accommodate, beginning next week. And SEE Week is right around the corner, beginning June 6th through the 11th. Awakening to Oneness. How awesome is that? That just flows right into everything that we are. So registration is already underway. Obviously, it will be a week of spiritual exploration and connection. And if you don't know what SEE Week is all about, Jane McCarthy and Rev Steve have put together a short introductory video, and that is on the SEE page on our website. The following Sunday, June 6th, will be another incredible Sunday here because it is Ask the Minister Sunday. So Rev Steve will be joined by Rev Kelly Isola and Reverend Paul Hasselbach on YouTube for this Sunday service. And it's a fun way that they will share their reflections on questions that you have sent them to answer. There's a link for you to submit your questions, or there will be rather, a link to submit your questions in the Friday newsletter. Let's take a moment and breathe and pray into our prayer for the transition process. We hold a vision of a smooth, grace-filled, and peaceful ministry transition process, embracing our differences as we expand our consciousness of oneness and love. Throughout this process, informed by our own divine nature, we co-create joy-filled, loving, and expansive growth experiences. And now for our daily word. Strength. Divine strength invigorates my body and quickens my mind. If I feel my energy waning during a time of vigorous physical or mental activity, if my get up and go has got up and gone, I remember these inspiring words from the Prayer of Faith by Hannah More Kohas. God is my strength, unfailing, quick. The strength of God is my strength, and it's more than sufficient to meet my every need. More than toughness or forcefulness, spiritual strength is quiet fortitude, a rootedness in the exhaustible wellspring of the divine. Today, I release all thought of weakness or impossibility. I feel the power of divine strength flowing through me, invigorating my body and bringing renewed clarity to my thoughts. The strength of God is my strength. And from Corinthians 1:25, for God's foolishness is wiser than human wisdom, and God's weakness is stronger than human strength. Let's all settle in for meditation by singing All Is Well.
As I close my eyes and the world disappears, I can feel my breath rise and fall. There's a light inside that dispels all my fears, and I hear a gentle voice calling, all is well. All is well, all is well, all is well, all is well, all is well.
And we open our hearts and minds to the truth that all is well. But there is this place within us where we realize that we see and behold and embrace our authentic self, our core identity, many names given, our Christ nature, our divine self, our Buddha self, our infinite wisdom. And so we discover this moment. We discover the path of spiritual reawakening. And in this moment, as we pay attention to the senses from our heart, the tingling, the warmth, the knowingness, the urge to let go, And with a deep breath, we do so. We move forevermore into embracing our core identity. For we are spiritual beings having this human experience of rediscovery. And as we realize that the light that we behold is far beyond the physical eyes, the light that we sense of our core identity, the light of others, is our true nature. It's a place within us where we can view the world from the top, from within, from within a sense of oneness and knowingness that we are forever connected. So our vision is very clear. And sometimes we don't know about the clarity, or even the presence of a vision, the presence of our divine nature. And as we move into this silence, perhaps we have a request. Let it be known unto me. What is my nature? What is mine to do at this time? How am I to respond to situations in my life, in what I see as the world, one level of reality? And as we move into this silence now, there's nothing to do. There's nothing to do in the beautiful, extended silence. And as we gently return ourselves to our awareness of the space that we're in, wherever we are physically, we also do so with a sense of clarity and focus, perhaps. An inner knowing that all is well. Having released and let go and affirmed our oneness with ourselves, with our brothers and sisters that are with us, that are always with us in spirit. We realize and we affirm that our soul is. Our very nature is one of being a spiritual essence. And we are awakening to that essence right now. And we know that this journey is flowing like the music is taking us in a journey that is never ending, complete reawakening to a powerful message. And that is of unity, oneness, consciousness. And so we give thanks in advance for this day as it is unfolding, for this lifetime as it is. For we know we see from a mountaintop, from the top of all that is, from the center, the eye of what appears to be a storm, of a hurricane of incredible temptations to move away from this oneness. And we know right now. And so we declare that all is very, very well. And so it is. So it shall be. God bless you. Thank you for that wonderful celebration music along with me. What we know right now is there's another way of looking at this. And you're going to take us there. John Paul and Jeff.
You with the sad eyes, don't be discouraged, oh I realize it's hard to take courage in a world full of people. You can lose sight of it, and the darkness inside you makes you feel so small. But I see your true colors shining through, and I see your true colors. That's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful like a rainbow. You with a smile then, don't be unhappy, can't remember when I last saw you laughing in a world make us crazy, and you take it all you can bear. Just call me up, because you know I'll be there. And I see your true colors shining through, and I see your true colors. That's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful like a rainbow. You with those sad eyes, don't be discouraged, oh I realize it's hard to take courage in a world full of people. You can lose sight of it, and the darkness inside you makes you feel so small. And I see your true colors shining through, and I see your true colors. That's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. Your true colors. True colors are shining through, and I see your true colors. That's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful like a rainbow.
You know, John Paul, every time you select some music, it's absolutely perfect. And True Colors fits with what we're talking about today. True Colors is why I love you. In some ways, we could say, whoever the author, who wrote that song?
Cyndi Lauper.
Cyndi Lauper.
Is it Lauper?
Lauper.
Mm-hmm.
Lauper. So we might say that, well, it was Cyndi that wrote that song. True Colors is why I love you. Maybe it was written, we don't know, I don't know, for a person in her life. And maybe when we were hearing that song, we were thinking about, well, I wonder who wrote that. Well, you know, from the high level of spiritual awareness, from the mountaintop, from the top of everything, the Spirit in Cyndi wrote that song through her. She had an opportunity to be centered enough to have some lyrics that were very transformational. Do your true colors shine through? Your true colors as a spiritual being having this human journey. When we have an opportunity to say, well, in spite of what seems to be happening right now, I'm going to look at this in a different way. Of course, Miracles always invites us to choose again. See who you serve. See who is with you right now. And so if our true colors are always with us, no matter what the situation, like right now, a week from today, there's going to be some more warm human bodies right here. How exciting is that? And then at some point, the way things are going with COVID around the country and around the world, some of this is going to be in the past, and we'll be moving into whatever a new normal is that hasn't been invented yet, because it changes hourly. If it's not a gas shortage, it's a perception of one. And it's all of this. And so our true colors will always shine through, because who we are cannot be ignored. And who other people are. It can be, we think we can, but that's at the human level. Our true colors, we're a spiritual being. And I'm going to look at my first slide and turn around and look at it. And talking about spiritual liberation, Michael Beckwith, a Center for Spiritual Living minister, he's stunning. He's awesome. He writes beautifully. He says, spiritual liberation is becoming free from the narrow confines of fear, doubt, worry, and lack of living, instead from a conscious awareness of one's authentic self, one's true nature of wholeness. Now, spiritual liberation, another way of saying that, it could be titled religious liberation. You know, when I first got to Unity, one of the first classes I designed on my own when I had a ministry that I served in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, was a class called Refugees from Religion. Because I was like a lot of people that was burned in some ways by traditional religion and some teachings of traditional Christianity. And I ran from it in so many different ways. All kinds of reasons for that. Not only were they not accepting of LGBT people, but other kinds of things about a judgmental, angry God, and so on and so on. So I wanted to be liberated. And so when I began to understand what spirituality was all about, and realizing that spirituality was really talking about not a God, and I had a lot of baggage around that word. Languaging is really important. There's a lot of stuff going on there. So the idea that God is nothing but, in essence, a spirit that's everywhere present. And that would include me, and that would include you. And so spirituality has a way, by its very nature, of liberating us. And we still are moving towards an awareness of, words are very difficult. Words do not always convey true colors. So true colors are in so many ways an internal call for shifting awareness to a blend of, I would say, a heart and mind, wholeheartedness. And so true colors would be looking at not religiosity or certainty, churchianity. Don't you love that word? One thing I loved about Unity is I had a lot of learning to do. I really liked that Unity was not your traditional church. And all the way from the music. For those of you that may come from a traditional background, you've already been aware that, hey, Unity ain't normal in my experience. And you may or may not celebrate that. Nobody's here to yet run out of the sanctuary screaming. And yet some people do. They can't handle what we're teaching. It's very powerful. One of the reasons that a lot of folks say that Unity is one of the more challenging paths, not just Unity, the different kinds of spiritual teachings are really difficult, is that I have to dig deeply within myself to put into practice what is being taught to me. And so it's an inside job. And so we say in Unity that we have to do that. We have to work within to see that. And so spiritual liberation results from discovering and expressing the intrinsic qualities of enlightened consciousness that have been ours since the moment we came into existence. I'm going to take this in two parts. Simply put, all that is required to live up to our highest potential is already inside us, awaiting our conscious activation. Living up to our potential is about becoming more ourselves, more of who and what we are as awakened beings. Now, that's a mouthful in so many ways. For those of us that are not new to Unity and have a lot of experience with universal spiritual teachings, there's nothing new. There's always different ways of expressing it. And what I like about Michael Beckwith is that he tells it like it is, and he takes away a lot of the distortions that have crept into universal teachings, Christianity, for example, and made them accessible, made them real for all of us. And so that slide again, if you could come back to it, there we go. Spiritual liberation results from discovering and expressing the intrinsic qualities of enlightened consciousness that have been ours since the moment we came into existence. So it's about discovering. How many times have we rediscovered our true colors? Or rediscovered the true colors of our country? Or the true colors of our people that we've defined as the enemy or the other? What is it like for us to say, I have rediscovered and I'm moving into an awareness of embracing and accepting everyone? And so then we continue with that slide. How about, it's one thing to discover it within us, and what about expressing? Expressing about living the true colors, being the true colors, the intrinsic qualities of enlightened consciousness that have been ours since the moment we came into existence. So here's enlightened consciousness. In some ways, that's a term that you might say is for other people. All it would be, our true colors would be enlightened consciousness. The true colors, when we have a shift in perception and awakening to the beauty of what's out there, of the situation, rather than what it appears to be from the human level. When we get to a place where our true colors is saying, hey, it's time for me to shift my consciousness to a higher level and let go of the judgments I've made about certain people, about situations. Am I willing to do that? And if we do, the slide says, then we have moving into a place where since we came into existence, we know all of this. It's not gone anywhere. And that's why when children come into the world, they're obviously a gift of our true colors, a gift of love, of reminding us, hey, it's time for us to just turn right in. And so, simply put, all that is required to live up to our highest potential, it's already within us. It's awaiting our conscious activation. Now, so let's pause a moment. Pick one thing in your life that is awaiting your conscious invitation to come forward. Pick one. One that you're not experiencing happiness, joy, love, abundance, forgiveness, whatever. So just pick one right this moment. And you don't need to tell anybody about it, or maybe you could. But just pick one. And what is required of you to activate that? What's required of you to shift into your true colors around that situation? To behold in your eyes, to see the potential there, to see what seems impossible. I mean, in this COVID drama we've all been living through and continue to live through, it's still not over, obviously. It seems like in so many ways for me, eons ago, that all this was happening. It was when COVID first came on the scenes, I was driving from Lee Summit, not to here, but this was a year and a half ago, to Albany, New York, where I was about to begin an interim there for 10 months, it ended up being. Who knew what that was going to be like? That seemed like yesterday. And then so much has happened around in our world, in our life, in this country, and with an increased awareness and of the pain and the calls for healing around racism and social justice, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But our true colors are that we are awakening and reawakening as a human species. And it ain't always easy, it seems like, isn't it? So what is our belief about this? What are we going to do around looking at living up to our highest potential? One is it's a belief, do we have it within us? Do we have a knowingness within us? Do we believe that it's within us? Where we live up to our potential, it's all about becoming more of ourself, more of our Christ nature. And so that's what's totally exciting about it. And there's nothing that can get in the way of that. one of the commitments I've been making in my life, especially as I've gotten older, is I need to continue self-care. And for me, one of the big parts of taking care of my human condition as I mature, I like to use the word mature rather than aging, you know. As I mature, I need to get out there and move. And moving has always been big for me. I got into running for a while, a lot of running and marathons and all that stuff, and bike riding and so on, and a lot of walking. And if I'm not walking several miles a day or a week or biking, I'm feeling it. And so being here and traveling and so on, I have all kinds of excuses not to see the true colors of possibility for me. And I'm too busy to do this. So I don't know where to go. I can't find a damn trail. Where I want to find something that really, really resonates with me. Well, yesterday I did. Well, it wasn't the first time either. But I want to mention this too. The Biker Hiker Trail, Rock Creek. Gorgeous trail. And I don't have a bike yet. So I was walking. And it was an incredible day. It was just like today is here. That was colors and flowers and birds. And I've got a habit, and increasingly when I'm really into it, with the embrace of everything. There's no exceptions. Every bird that is tweeting for me, is whistling for me. I whistle back. And I swear that they do. I'm getting a pattern. I can pretty much, that sounds really weird for me to be standing up here talking about. I sound like a bird. The point is, I have a sense of oneness with awe, with the creation, with the beauty of the nature bath. To say nothing of the people. Lots of people on the trail that are bikers, some walkers, some families, strollers, and only one time back in the parking lot afterwards, after my 8 miles, there was a couple that was in a huge argument, and I just sent them silently some love. And so it was an incredible experience of finding, in the midst of a very congested metropolitan area, beauty in this nature that's beyond what it appears at one level. Because I could go through this lifetime not experiencing and opening to a higher level of consciousness, of a higher level of my coming to my true colors and seeing something out there. We all do that, do we not? And so the next slide, I'm ready to wake up. I consciously attune myself to the evolutionary calling of my authentic self. I love the way that Michael Beckwith writes. So if you were to say this, put that slide back up, I'm sorry, please. I'm ready to wake up. Well, here's a question. First of all, if I'm going to even consider saying that, I'd have to admit that I need to be awake. Some of us think we're awake. Some of us think we have it. Well, I've been coming to Unity for many, many years. I've been reading these books, and I've done this, and that. Well, wonderful. Is it possible, since we're in human condition, that we appear to be real in the human level, but at the human level, our bodies sometimes just disappear, do they not? So what's that about? That's another whole story, isn't it? It's a whole lifetime. And so to what degree have we come to a point of really realizing that I really want to wake up to a higher level. I want to wake up to something new. I want to wake up to seeing and affirming and claiming divine order in this situation right now, in this relationship, in my health condition, in the health condition of others, in what appears to be the call for love for our political situation in this country. What else is there in your life that perhaps you're getting a little nudge to wake up to? Spiritual reawakenings, that there is a powerful spiritual awakening, reawakening happening in the entire planet. The Unity Movement, Unity Worldwide Ministries, and many Unity churches have declared that in their vision statement. We are here to serve the world. We step up and onto the world stage. That's why we're here. And so, what is it that you are willing to wake up to? And could you even say, I am ready to wake up? That's one thing. Ready, aim, not fire. Ready, aim, go. I am ready and I'm willing to wake up. And you might say, I have the willingness, but I want more willingness. One of the most powerful prayers is, and as a prayer to Jesus, a prayer to however you might pray is, I am willing, help my unwillingness. And sometimes, just because we have a little bit of willing, that's the first step. That's a huge step, to step right into what is ours to do, willingness. And then, are we ready to wake up? And if we're ready to wake up, let's go back to the slide again. We will be able to do a lot. I consciously attune myself to the evolutionary calling of my authentic self. That's what's up on the planet. This is an evolutionary call for everyone. And is there anything in a planet that's really not up for another look right now? I know this keeps coming to me. About a decade ago, I began to really understand, hell, everything is up. It's moving so fast. We have some words for it, some language for it. We have some experiences for it. The experience of, it's so fast, I can't keep up. That's true. Who's the I that you're talking about? It's the I that we are focusing on. The part of us that needs to have control. The part of us that is not willing to let go. I let go and I let unity consciousness. I let oneness. I let the part of me that is resisting this right now. And so we have an evolutionary calling. How would you define evolutionary calling for you? It's one thing for us to sit here and feel good on a Sunday morning, and I think we all do in so many ways, and to celebrate life. This is a worship and celebration service. We celebrate life. Is it possible that the evolutionary calling is for you? Is for me? Is for everyone? There's an evolutionary calling. There's no way of going back to whatever we think was true in the past. It's already gone. Future's unborn. And so, then in the next slide, we're going to be talking about our authentic self. And let's go on to the next self. What is your authentic self? Ask, if you don't know, ask someone that knows you rather well. How do they know that when you're being real? How do you know when you're being real? And here's some affirmations. My vision is clear. It's one thing to have vision. How about if it's a clear vision? You've heard the phrase, sometimes I want to see with Christ's eyes. I want to see through spiritual eyes. I want to see this situation. I want to embrace and claim this situation in ways that I haven't yet. And then I also see the Christ nature, the Buddha nature, the universal nature in myself and in others. I call forth the deep roots of joy within me and consciously choose happiness as a way of life. You know, if we are spiritual beings having a human experience, then why should we have to consciously choose happiness? It's because. The answer to the why question is because. I used to irritate a lot of people by saying that. They want to ask why? Well, the answer is because. And so what's the because to you? Through choosing what you believe is a way of looking at life. And so calling forth the deep roots of joy within you. The joy is there. Joy, deep in my heart. We teach that song to our children. And to consciously choose happiness. And then when we do so, we radiate love. Our soul pours out a blessing of peace, harmony, and abundance for all. And so spiritual liberation is a given. And sometimes we are rediscovering it in a moment. We have a reawakening consistently, over and over again. And so this is what we're here for at Unity of Gaithersburg. We're like Unity, I like the definition of Unity. We're a remembrance society. We walk with each other as we go through this opportunity and this time of remembering and reinventing and having a re-examination and sharing of our true colors. And so that's the case. We're with you. You're with us. And hallelujah, it is so. And if you're going to be here next Sunday, hallelujah. And if you're not going to be with us next Sunday, hallelujah, because you'll be where you need to be with Spirit. So God bless you.
Went to a garden party to reminisce with my old friends, a chance to share old memories and to play our songs again. When I got to the garden party, They all knew my name, but no one recognized me. I didn't look the same, but it's all right now. I learned my lesson well. You see, you can't please everyone, so you got to please yourself. People came from miles around, everyone was there. Yoko brought her walrus, there was magic in the air. And over in the corner, much to my surprise, Mr. Hughes hid in Dylan's shoes, wearing his disguise. Oh, but it's all right now. I learned my lesson well. You see, you can't please everyone, so you got to please yourself. I played them all the old songs, I thought that's why they came. No one heard the music, we didn't look the same. I said hello to Mary Lou, she belongs to me. When I sang a song about a honky-tonk, it was time to leave. Oh, but it's all right now. I learned my lesson well. You see, you can't please everyone, so you got to please yourself. Someone opened the closet door, and out stepped Johnny B. Good, playing guitar like ringing a bell and looking like he should. If you gotta play a garden party, I wish you lots of luck. But if memories were all I sing, I'd rather drive a truck. But it's all right now. I learned my lesson well. You see, you can't please everyone, so you got to please yourself. You see, you can't please everyone, so you got to please yourself.
Thank you so much, John and Jeff. What an awesome song. Thank you. And now it's time for our tithes and givings. You can donate through www.unityofgaithersburg.org or text GIVE, G-I-V-E, to 301-918-5625, and just follow the prompts. Our prosperity wisdom for today. I live in a world of plenty, and I have a consciousness of abundance. And our love offering blessing, which we can all say together, divine love I am, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And I am so grateful. And now our band is going to sing an oldie but goodie, and we can all sing along to this one too.
I chose this song just a couple days ago, but I was talking with Michael today, and I'm glad that I chose this song because he was telling me that his young daughter listens to this song on Sesame Street, so it made it that more special that we chose it. Sing Sing a song, sing out loud, sing out strong, sing of good things, not bad, sing unhappy, not sad, sing a song, make it simple to last your whole life long. Don't worry that it's not good enough for anyone else to hear. Just sing a song. La 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 la. Sing a song, let the world sing along. Sing of love there could be. Sing for you and for me. Sing a song, make it simple to last your whole life long. Don't worry that it's not good enough for anyone else to hear. Just sing a song.
If that's not perfect, I don't know what is. Thank you, Michael, for bringing that up, and thank you, John, for having the wisdom and the heart to say yes. Sing a song, magic, and it's in a symbol of oneness. And so, as we sing the peace song, let there be peace on earth.
On earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth. Let it begin with me.
And now in rehearsal for next week, when we'll have live bodies here, we'll be singing the prayer for protection. And I think, since I don't really know that, but I think I've heard you all sing it last outdoor session a few weeks ago. So the song that I believe you all wrote, was it Jim who wrote it?
Jim wrote it.
Jim wrote it, and the prayer for protection. It's somewhere there. Sorry about the surprise on this. Stick with me, kids. There's always.
We may have to say it again.
The band is unprepared.
Actually, I take that back.
I love it.
Here we go.
Your true colors are coming
Sorry,
forth.
yeah, there we go.
Here we go.
The light of God surrounds us. Love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. And ever we are, wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Amen. 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 Amen.
All right, all right, all right. All right. Have a wonderful week. You all are alive and alert and enthusiastically full of oneness. True colors are shining. Bye.